formula, we know that g, the acceleration of gravity, is equal to 9.81, and we also know that the length is increased by 0.5%. So first, we need to get our x1 and x2. We know our x1 because it's our original length, and then if we know that 4 is equal to our 100%, and we want to know what is our 0.5%, we need to multiply 0.5 times 4 divided by 100, so we got 4.020. So now that we have x1 and x2, we need to do our formula to find the change. So it's y2 minus y1. So we substitute our x2 in our L, and we copy all the original equation minus the original equation is in our y1. So then we entered this in the calculator and we got these two values, and then we subtract them and got our delta y, which is our A. So in B, we need to find our percentage of change. So we know that this is our percentage of change. So we need to, if you know that 4 is equals to 100%, which will be the percentage of this change. So we did the same thing that we did in this one. We multiply these two and divide them by 4, so we got 0.25%. So to find our approximate percent change in period, what we did first was copying the original equation and substituting our g with 9.81. Then we separated the square roots, which these two are the same thing. And what we wanted to do to make the procedure easier was getting a number in the denominator. So we did the square root of 9.81 and got 3.13. So here what I did was only separating all the equation to make it easier for the derivate, and then I substituted L with a 4 because we know that 4 is our original length, and the square root I pass it to a exponent to the 1/2 to derivate. So then I multiplied all of these and using these steps, and I got this times 4 to the negative 1/2 times 1. This is when I derivate. So then I put all this in the calculator and got 0.5. Then I need to multiply it by dx. So I know that dx is 0.20 because I did x2 minus x1 and got 0.20. So I multiplied both of these and got 0.10. 0.010. So to find the approximate error in the pendulum clock in 1 day, what I did is, we know that this is our error per second. So I multiplied it by the seconds we have in a day, and the multiplication of this gave me 864 seconds. So we know that each second you get an error in the pendulum of 0.010. So in 1 day there will be an error of 864 seconds. So the answer I explained in number 2 was correct, but we needed to change the units of gravity from meters per second squared to feet over second squared to get the same units. So we changed the g in each step and got different answers. In A, we got this by substituting the gravity in feet. In B, we got this answer. In C, we substituted the g in all the steps and got this percentage. In D, we did the same thing. We changed our number and got 61,689.6 seconds. So if we know that each day you get an error in the pendulum of 0.714 seconds, in 1 day you have an error of 61,689.6 seconds.
Going to solve the problem number 8. So as you can see, we have the equation raised to the second power. And we use this formula, a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Then we did the multiplication of 6 to the second power, x to the second power, minus 2ab, which is minus 2, times a, which is 6 over x, times x to the second power over 2, plus b squared, which is x to the fourth power over 4. Then we multiply the middle part and we did it as single fraction. And then we have as a result this, and we need to simplify. Here we can do like terms and simplify by canceling the 12 divided by 2, which is 6, and x, as we have here. And then, as you can see, the 36 over x squared, we cannot have the x squared on the bottom, so we need to pass it to the top for integrating. And then the x to the fourth over 4, we need to leave it like that. And then the next step is to integrate. So we did 36x minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 1 over minus 1, minus 6x squared over 2 because we added 1, plus x to the fifth power over 4 times 5, which is 20, plus c. And then we have here the final answer, which is f of x equals minus 36 over x minus 3 to the x to the second power plus x to the fifth power over 20 plus c.
Sugar, sugar, I get so fly. Sugar,